1.7 released today. And to tell you that I am happy with it after my 5-hour live stream in which we were joined by 2 developers would be an understatement. Let's first start off by one of the greatest things, and that is the redo of the charm tree. The charm tree is absolutely amazing. Some of the things that you can get in here, 30% more likely to have children, just amazing. Influence gained from battles by 30% more. And they even added a 250 perk, which is incredible. And we can go back to another one where how about you have to do one less persuasion check when you do a charm check. So let's say you need to do 4 charm checks. This one means you'll only have to do 3 to succeed. So the redoing of the charm tree was amazing in itself. However, there are other things that we did get, and some were good, some were okay, and some were kind of iffy. As far as the battle terrain is concerned, I had mixed results with that. They don't have a lot of maps out right now, so when I was sitting at the water and I ended up doing a battle, I was actually in the forest. So that wasn't the greatest thing in the world. The battle order system, however, is a lot more intensive than what you realize. One of the greatest things is you can now separate your troops where before you had to do it in game. So here is where you assign all your parties. Right now, I only have cavalry. But you can go ahead and they would normally be in their assigned parties, and you would click on this to assign a companion. If you hit the Alt key, you can actually see all the benefits that they get, and here are all the people that are available. So if you hit Alt, you can see exactly what their perks will be, so then you can assign them to where they would be best utilized. You can then go ahead and add another group by hitting the plus, and you can tell it to specialize in something like this. You can then also pre-put troops where you want them to exactly be at. So all you would do is just click on this, and now you can go ahead and do assigning. So if I go ahead and hit F1, it'll move them over there. I can then tell them to follow me, or I could tell them loose formation. So you can set these up ahead of time. You can put one over here. You can put one over here. You can already tell these guys maybe to hold fire. You can have other guys in a shield wall. You can have your whole setup done before you actually hit ready. But there's also something else that a lot of people don't realize. And I want to give a big shout out to Deb Emery for this. If you hit any number to see who's up here, you will look up at the very top and you will see the formations. If you look above the formations, those will be the captains. If the captain goes down in battle, they will probably, I think they gray out. When you see the little white circle or the white squares, those are the actual formation number, 2 and 4. The little next to the heart that's yellow, that is the actual morale of each party, and you will see that go up and down. The number in the middle is how many are in that formation. And if you look at the bottom, you'll see a white bar. That is the actual ammo that formation has. And as they use that ammo up, that white bar will drop. So you can see exactly when they run out of ammo. So the battle order system is really amazing. One thing you also notice when you go to load a game is this down here at the bottom. This will actually be information from your game. You will get to see life, money, days, levels, troops, food. You'll get to see all this information before you even load the game. So that way, it's a little reminder, hey, this is what I have going on. So you could see exactly what your situation is before you load your game. A nice little quality of life improvement. Now, one of the cool things that you're going to notice is when you go into a town now and you hit the Alt key. This is a little bit buggy and not working in all situations. But now when you hit the Alt key, you're going to see things are colored, like your companions. When you see red, that will be gang leaders. Blue will have quests. Yellow, that's where you're going to go ahead and you're going to find your workshops. And then you have your miscellaneous things sitting there. Now, it's not working in every town as far as the workshops are concerned, but for the most part, everything else is working. So now when you go into town, it is going to be so much easier to find exactly what you're working for. The one thing I did want to mention at the time of this recording is there is a small problem with workshop. When you go to buy a workshop from them, these are the only ones coming up. This list will be somewhat randomized. It won't be all the time, but for the most part, these are what are going to come up. If you say you're thinking of a different shop, nothing else is coming up at this point. So there is a bug going on with this right now. So if you do want to buy a workshop not on this list in this town, the only way you're going to be able to do it is to buy the workshop, go into your clan tab, and you're going to have to pay the 2,000 to change it right now. I'm sure they're going to get that hot fix not after too long, but that's only if they don't have one in the town that matches what is available. As far as performance of the game, I will have to say that performance-wise, 1.7 is above expectation. I have been able to turn my graphics up even higher than in 165. So feel confident that you could actually run graphics a little bit higher than you currently are. And I have had no pausing, no glitching, and no crashing at this point. The final thing that I'm going to discuss will be sieges. So I did some extensive testing, and we're going to deal with this in a couple different areas. First of all, siege ladders are absolutely amazing. They are incredible. Well done, Tail Worlds. Not 100% perfect, but you can see they are climbing up there at a really, really good rate. So that was well done on their part. Siege towers. Now, the siege towers are working better than expected. I didn't think that they would work perfectly. I didn't have that expectation, and they're not. However, they are working much better than I had hoped, and they're working 20 times better than they did in 165. There still is some work that needs to be done, but all in all, really, really good. The last thing is there is a small problem with the battering ram and the siege towers. When the siege tower is placed and the ramp doesn't come down, the troops want to run to the front gate. You'll see them running to the front gate. As soon as the one single person that's responsible for dropping that little gate on the tower, they'll come running back. That is a bug problem that needs to be addressed, and it is very annoying. The developers do know about that. Second of all, when the battering ram goes through the front gate, the troops do nothing. They will just stand there. What you need to do is take those troops and command them to move. If you tell them to move forward a little bit, then they will start. So there are those two little problems with sieges going on right now. So those are issues that you need to watch out for. However, besides those issues, performance, ladders, and towers functioning are absolutely amazing. Without a doubt, I would say 1.7 is the best patch that Tail World has put out. So these are my first impressions after my 5-hour live stream. Hopefully, I've shown you a little bit of what you can look forward to. If you want to play 1.7, just remember, if you're modding, you can't mod right away until the modders go ahead and update those. So don't jump to 1.7 if you've got mods. They're probably not going to work and you're going to crash. So there's my first impressions of 1.7. I hope y'all enjoyed as much as I did. It's really good. So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.